Division for a change. Because I actually had this for PC, but never got around to playing it, and I still have not, set my PC back up yet. Because it's getting harder and harder to deal with it these days. Hashtag don't buy Digital Storm. Beyond that, though, this is actually pretty fun. I've had a couple races. I've yet to, get first place in, and I think in most of any of them. But I did get first place in is the Demolition. So that was fun. Yeah, probably partly why I haven't won one yet is because even though the racers are a novice, I try to learn the game with absolutely no vehicular assistance. So that means no anti-lock brakes, no traction control, and all that other jazz. However, at some point I might put some of it on because some of it is hyper-realistic, overly realistic to the point where it's not realistic, if that makes any sense. The tail should not slide out nearly as much as it does, with even just a slight bit of motion. But, it's a video game, and that's partly why I don't like sim racers, is because the moment you don't get it spot on to real life is the moment you fail to be a sim racer. And then what you often have is just an unfun mess. A lot of Gran Turismo games have been that way. Although, they've been better than some, but yeah. It's like Dodge Viper on oil slicks. So yeah, but this is pretty good. I'm not even monetized at this point, so I'm just going to let the music roll so you can get an idea of what the music's like too. This music's pretty damn good. Kind of almost gives me the MOTORSTORM feels when you're racing. Matter of fact, I might tone the engine sounds down just a little bit because they're loud. Let's see here. I might even turn the whole TV down thing down just a little bit because it's probably feeding back through. Let's see. So I did a destruction to everything, and that's checked off because I got, totally to the point of it. Let's see. I don't think I can move on yet. Oh, maybe I can. It's longer than I thought. Okay. So, let's see. Banger racing. I don't have a car for that yet. Apparently it's more actual sports racing or something. I don't know yet. Let's see. Hold on a second. What? Alright, I'll come out. Well, I guess this is actually going to be a very short run because I'm actually being told that the whole Easter dinner thing is actually ready at a more realistic time for a change. So I will probably just do one race and get my ass handed to me. Folk Heroes. Too bad. Folk Racing. Entry level from Scandinavian style rallycross with beat-up cars, racing mostly short ones. Huh. So this game's also apparently kind of educational. Machine. I'm really interested. 4 times racing. Oh, wait a minute. I want something not long. Yeah, I guess me and Machine. So, Banger Racing Challenge. For some reason, I have a car that does qualify, I think. Yeah, apparently so. I don't know why I don't qualify for that. But I'll read more into that now. We're just going to get into a thing, get our asses handed to us, but have some fun doing it. Because I have to admit, I get into it. I like smashing up cars. I like full contact racing. I feel like I should take the time to sing the praises of SST series trucks. Because I've actually been watching some of that on YouTube, and apparently it got started in 2013. They fucking race like super stadium trucks, like off-road, but then they have them set up for steel ramps and asphalt instead of dirt. And asphalt has like no give. And they roll these things regularly and hop them over pit crew walls, like, because they use actual racetracks too. It's like if you took ballistic trucks at a $140 down the road and turns and over ramps on a Formula One track. It's delicious. But that's not this game, but it could be, you know? So, wait, why? Is it really just us two out here? I don't like that. Where's my cars to beat up, man? Of course he's gonna beat me. He's got probably more performance parts. Well, let's see what we can do, shall we? I guess it's a one-on-one challenge. I'm really not big on that. I like the war of multiple cars. Now this is going to be sort of boring for you to watch because it's only me out here unless I really fuck up. That could happen. I break down easing off the gas one, not to reach straight now because, again, as said, we're on like full unassisted controls. I can do it, but yeah. Probably coming up on my rear right now. Yeah, there he is. Oh, he's coming on the inside because I screwed that up. Looks like he actually might screw up back there. I might get a little squirrely with the tail on purpose, again. But yeah, I guess it's just a one-on-one challenge. I kind of don't like that. Oh, yeah, that's where I probably lost the race right there. Yeah. I did not see that thing there. I don't know I'm here. And it didn't even give me a spin out credit. Normally you do that to someone and they give you bonus points for spinning them out, but I guess they just didn't want to credit it. Won this one by quite a bit because that last thing you tried to overcorrect and it just didn't happen. So yeah, this is gonna be a really short upload. I normally don't just do a real short one. Anyone who's ever watched my shit doesn't finish my shit because I go for like 8 to 12 hours on a lot of things, or at least like a 3-hour minimum. So yeah. But I guess that officially makes my first race that I actually got first place because I only had to worry about one guy. But I'd rather just have just menacing bullshit all around. You see other videos and you'll absolutely understand. But for us MOTORSTORM fans, you don't get another game because Sony threw away a perfectly good IP, it feels like, quite some time ago. And also slapped us in the nuts with an RC game. It's like, yeah, you get to flip over, you know, RC cars. Okay, this could potentially still be cool. Oh yeah, you're also doing just some over the top. Okay, this is not that good. It's just not. It's basically just taking the MOTORSTORM name to try and get people in on a thing that they could start up for cheap and then buy a bunch of cars, and nickel and dime people into becoming sharks. And yeah, I'm not kind of a fan of that, but some of the price of gasoline wasn't too bad, but they intentionally seem to run the series into the ground with that. But truth be told, the last one, MOTORSTORM Apocalypse, I think it was, I actually started with that one, and I think almost all the MOTORSTORM games are great. I enjoy each and every one in their own capacity. Matter of fact, I tend to have one for each season. Spring comes around, okay, it's raining, there's mud everywhere, and stuff like that. Boom, MOTORSTORM 1. Summer comes around. It's hot, it's sweltering, and you might want to do some like vacationing. Get up on MOTORSTORM Pacific Storm and grab an aircraft carrier and go to an island with a bunch of spots, and a lot of it happens to be jumping through the air like an asshole through jungle and forests, like, and volcano areas. It was a necessary step up. Then comes fall. What happens in fall? The motherfucking apocalypse that is the supernatural Halloween. Now, it's not going to be supernatural, but it's an apocalypse. And that's where you get that last one. So you must be wondering, okay, well, that's 3 games. There's 4 seasons, Bangcat. What are you missing out? Boom. Some people forgot about, like, the Arctic MOTORSTORM game. And this one's a little harder to come by. A lot of people don't even know it exists. Reason why is it actually was a PSP title. So truth be told, this is not going to look like the most pretty MOTORSTORM, but it's still fun. You're still going to find like passageways through ice and stuff like that. And you don't have to get it for PSP. You can get the PS2 release that they ended up having. So that means firing up the EO PS2 and having a ball. I think some PS3s out there may still actually run PS2 games as well, so hook it on up. You have a MOTORSTORM that is worthwhile for each season. And of course, you can always mix it up, like if it's winter and you're tired of winter, then you feel like a summer vacation, throw in Pacific Storm, yada yada yada. But you have 4 good, or at least 3 great in one semi-decent MOTORSTORM game. But Arctic is still fun. It's a great change-up. I really wish they'd actually remaster that one. I really wish they'd do a MOTORSTORM remake collection. All the tracks, all the vehicles. Granted, you won't be able to run snowmobiles as easy on like some dirt tracks and stuff, and you probably won't have it. But yeah, it's a thing. It could be a thing. Any way you shake it, I want another MOTORSTORM, and so do several other people. It's kind of like how I go on about Crimson Skies, because we don't have many prop planes that are not just hashtag another World War II flick. Not to belittle them too much, but let's face it, that's what every prop game seems to be anymore, is World War II. And there was one with World War I. But like Crimson Skies was airplanes and pirates in an alternate world that after World War I, the United States falls apart because Prohibition brought you in real life closer to the states collapsing, and they might want to even let you believe. And so when the states collapse, people trying to run moonshine, you don't have those roads fixed up, so you go through the sky. People running moonshine through the sky. And then commerce followed, and then with that, and the fact that these states have closed off too much of their borders much of the time due to disease for a while, which was the other component why the states collapsed, you have pirates going after the commerce that's being transferred through the air on Zeps and big planes and stuff like that. Tell me it wouldn't be sweet as shit to Don Carnage, like Don Carnage from Tailspin, just anchor shot something into a big plane, go down, jack that stuff after people slide on down that rope, and then just lower your plane below the level of the other plane you're jacking so they can slide on back. While you have other, fighter planes on guard duty and fighting off other things. That would be fucking sweet. It would be like the straight up black and white pirate films in the sky with prop planes. And I know people think, oh, why not jets? Jets are way too fast. You really can't. You could do similar with it, but there's something about the roar of a propeller engine and the fact that you can slow down enough where if you have terrain down below, you utterly can lose things in that terrain. You can pull sharper turns. You can slow down. And then you can, with the ridiculous power to rate ratio that was in Crimson Skies for those prop planes, which, up and up, is now been proven achievable with people building planes in their backyard in real life, that it's legit. It's just a kind of fun that you have to witness. Speaking of which, if you have an Xbox, go look up on the market. Find Crimson Skies. It's like $10. Buy it, download it, play it. You won't regret it. But moving on, of course, there's other games I like to champion. And MOTORSTORM is absolutely one of them, as previously stated. Along with, again, Crimson Skies, Bloody Roar, Peacekeepers, but I don't talk about that one as much, but I really should. There's just great IPs that deserve to come back, and quite frankly, if they're not coming back, someone needs to get out there and steal the IP in the form of spiritual successor. And people were saying, oh, well, we'll just sue. Yeah, Capcom tried that against SNK one time before. Didn't happen. Didn't work. They lost. and they needed to lose, because if SNK never beat Capcom back in the day, just imagine what it would look like, the fighting games game. You'd have no Tekken. You'd have no Toshinden. I know people forget that one. Bloody Roar probably would have never happened, despite how awesome and diverse that is. And all these beautiful SNK games that now people realize, instead of all their friends just trolling on SNK, oh, it's not good Capcom, it's not good Capcom, Capcom looks pretty, Yeah, now Ryu looks like he's got a butthole in his chest, and the SNK universe has actually shown that they can keep not only more straight storylines, but movement control, and all kinds of things like visual-based damage, and spirit bars that were then put in Super 2 Turbo, but actually hit Art of Fighting first. Both of those things hit Art of Fighting first. It was ahead of its time more than people realized there too. SNK has been a godsend and people never realized it till now. But that, again, is another story. I'm going to wrap this up. This is... oh shit, I almost said Destruction Derby too, which I was so brought and bring back to, but... you know, we just really need another MOTORSTORM. Meanwhile, this is Wreckfest. It's currently on sale. It's not the cheapest, deep sale I've ever seen, but I really wanted to get around to playing it. I've been playing more console lately because I'm tired of all the problems of the fact that my processor can go on my PC on this super powerful rig and it costs as much as 2 PlayStation 4s. It's been fucking terrible, especially with Digital Storm, who gave me supposedly a power supply and a processor that didn't work right in under a year. And they're saying that they couldn't replace it because it was part of a trade, aka mass purchase. No, duh, that's what you always do. How could you know that you supposedly couldn't replace it then? And because I was a little over a year, because I tried to fix the problems myself and figure them out, because holy shit, if you've ever gone through tech support with Digital Storm, it's terrible. They left me with a PC brick over a weekend because some dumbass was reading out of a book that was not for my motherboard, despite me giving him the proper serial number and everything. Then the motherfucker doesn't show up on Monday and gives no note to anyone to take over his case for him, so no one just calls me at all. I was fucking livid, and that's only the small portions of what I've gone through with Digital Storm. So just don't do it to yourself. They're expanding. They must be successful. Doesn't mean they're good to their customers. Go ahead, look a little deeper online. You'll find a flock of complaints and people who recoil them because those complaints got bought off. And don't let a Better Business Bureau grade fool you. Motherfucker, look at Steam. Steam's got a tanked fucking Better Business Bureau rating, and it's still the best fucking PC retailer on the face of this fucking earth, despite what most people fucking say. Meanwhile, Digital Storm has an A+. Yeah, do your own research. Never trust the BBB. Never trust the BBB. They're nothing more than like fucking shopkeep wranglers that just say, oh, you better pay your protection money or something bad could happen, because they are the ones that make things bad happen. The moment that one company doesn't pay their dues to the BBB after becoming members, their grade just so happened to tank overnight. Yeah, that's a real thing. Better Business Bureau, don't trust it. It's just another established shit to wrangle money out of honest people. And to wrangle honest people into bad money situations. Anyhow, yeah, I've been going on for way too long. Wreckfest, it's good. It'll challenge you. You can change that challenge too by, easier controls. I just personally don't use them because I like my shit raw. Sometimes I might turn it on though because I like arcade racers too. But that's the thing. Wreckfest is a good flexible thing where you can jam people into walls and flip your shit over the wall. It's great. Anyways, have a good one. Happy Easter. Stay inside. I know one of my friends still thinks that this whole glorified flu thing is like a hoax. And I'm sorry, but when we're on the other end of this, you're probably going to get laughed at a little bit. Because holy shit. I've had one of my friends now go through it, and I now understand it all the further of what it does. And I won't go into it. But, yeah. Keep safe. Go out. Like I said, masks were, functional the whole time. all that BS about, oh, masks don't work, it's because they just wanted to keep the masks for themselves so they wouldn't have the shortage that they know they were already going to have. So yeah, protect yourself. But yeah, don't go out a whole bunch. Y'all that think you're going to just ride through it with no problem, you know you already hate getting sick. Now imagine that phlegm turning into almost like a jello sludge and keeping the oxygen in your lungs getting to the most vantage points of your bloodline and waking up to realize your nails have turned blue. And apparently that was what was happening to my one friend. He's recovering now, so he's going to be good. But I don't want anyone to go through that because I've gone through similar. I know what it can do. And it's dangerous. Even with healthy people, it's dangerous. If you do have it, don't sleep on your back. That's my first tip right there. Don't let it settle into the bottom of your lungs. Sleep on your side or the front, even if you have to let it drain, and just cough a bit, like with your face into a garbage can while you sleep on into bed. And if you're tired enough, yes, you can do it. But yeah, protect yourself. I'm not going to say the word. I'm not even going to say the alternate word. But that's because no one's going to watch me enough to report me. And on top of that, I'm not using the exact word that the algorithm's going to pick up. Except now they might look for it because I said the word algorithm. Because they want to see who they can chug money from. Well, guess what, YouTube? I'm not even monetized. So you can take 2 birds and shove it up your exit. Anyways, I keep promising I'm going to go. Here I go. I'm going. Have a good one. Happy Easter.